Hello everyone, Nabeel Qureshi here with Act 17 Apologetics, David Wood behind the camera, and we're here at the ISNA National Convention. Now, I've said many times already, you've probably heard this before, that the people here at ISNA are very open, very kind, very welcoming. They're willing to ask questions, they're willing to answer questions, and they're willing to help you to find the answers if they don't know the answers. Now, this is the kind of discourse that I was expecting to see in Dearborn, Michigan. However, we all know that we didn't find any of that. However, even though the people here are very peaceful, very open, very multicultural and pluralist, I find that there are still problems with this version of Islam. Now, if Islam were truly as peaceful as everyone here at ISNA says it is, then I would have much less of a problem with it. It would just be a matter of it being the false religion, one of many, and I wouldn't spend so much time talking about it. However, when we go to the early sources, we see what Islam actually teaches. We don't see the peacefulness that is being promoted in all these pamphlets and in all these lectures. We see much more violent indications of a religion. For example, Muhammad going to attack people from foreign countries who had never attacked him before, such as happened in the Battle of Tabuk with the Romans. So Islam is a lot more violent than the people here say it is. However, the people here are promoting a peaceful version of Islam. Well, what's the problem with that? Someone were to say to me, Nabeel, if a peaceful Islam takes over, then what's the problem? I would say, if it took over, it wouldn't be as much of a problem as if a violent version took over. However, if Islam were to take over, if Islam were to become the law of the land, those who begin to impose Sharia would begin to make things look more like the way they look out in the Middle East and how they looked in Dearborn. See, the fact of the matter is, if you have a peaceful version of Islam being preached, that is still not the true version of Islam. The true version of Islam is a violent version. Someone is going to come up to the people who preach the peaceful messages, all the people here at ISNA, and show them from the sources, hey, wait a minute, what you guys are saying is all wrong. Ibn Kathir said that you should go to the Jews and Christians, invite them to Islam. If they don't accept, then they must be fought until they pay the jizya or are killed. That's a quotation from Ibn Kathir. Or from what Muhammad says in Sahih Bukhari, that he has been commanded to fight the people until they say La ilaha illallah, and until they say La ilaha illallah, Allah will not save their life or their property from him. These are the actual quotations. If someone goes and shows these Muslims those quotations after Islam has already taken over, then we can very well expect a not so peaceful version of Islam. The other problem is that if people are preaching a very peaceful version of Islam, then people out in the West who don't know any better are going to hear that version and they're going to be galvanized. Their concerns are going to be assuaged, and now you have a bunch of people who are not worried about Islam. They think, oh, Islam's a very peaceful religion. I just heard it from the mouth of Muslims themselves. However, they've only heard a version of Islam that is not well-founded, not well-grounded, and when Islam takes over, like I said earlier, it wouldn't be that peaceful version of Islam. So the main problems, number one, it's just not true. Number two, if Islam were true and the peaceful version took over, it would just be a matter of time before the violent version actually took over. And finally, going around preaching a peaceful version of Islam makes people less worried about the dangers of the true Islam, the violent Islam. So, in conclusion, I love the fact that people are teaching a peaceful Islam as far as Muslims are concerned. Now, if every Muslim became peaceful, I would love that. However, there are still dangers to it because it is not the true version of Islam. This is Nabeel Qureshi with Act 17 Apologetics.